Hi, my name is Adriana Rios, an art instructor with the Art Museum of South Texas. And welcome to our virtual art camp, lesson 2 of animation fascination. Today we're going to be making a zoetrope. So what exactly is a zoetrope? It was invented in the 1830s and was a way to animate and make motion pictures. We wouldn't have some of the awesome movies we do today, like Moana, Frozen, and Toy Story, without inventions like this. In your kit, you will find some of the following supplies: a mini pie pan, a thin strip of white paper, a thick strip of black paper, and a wooden skewer. Some additional supplies that you may need are a pair of scissors, a pen, and a pencil. Okay, let's get animating. We're going to start with this thin strip of white paper and a pencil. What I'm going to first do is actually kind of lightly map out where my little characters are going to sit in. So what you also need to be thinking about as we're doing this is what you're going to draw and that's going to be spinning around in our little zoetrope. So I'm going to just very roughly kind of do little tick marks to kind of map out, and we're going to erase these later, but I just want to make sure that our little characters are going to sit inside these spaces fairly evenly. Okay, so I've got my little spaces mapped out. So you can draw something as simple as a stick figure or draw something a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to start with some very simple shapes to draw my little figure. A circle will be the head. We can make a little triangle, and now she's got a dress. Some little L shapes for the feet, and just little lines for the arms. She's getting pretty excited here. Okay, so I think she needs some hair, so we'll give her a little bun. Okay, a little quick shading here, and she's got her hairdo. So there's one. Now I'm going to move over into my next little block that I've allotted for myself. I'm going to draw the exact same character, but with slight movement. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to explain just a little bit more about what that means. So once again, circle for the head, little triangle dress, little L-shaped feet. She's super excited. So one arm is up. I'm going to make a little slight adjustment with the other arm and kind of make it move. So now they're not both facing upwards. Don't know if y'all can see this, but she went from both arms raised to now one is slightly down. I'm going to go ahead and finish up her hairstyle here, and we'll go on to our next one. Again, y'all can draw whatever you want: a dinosaur, a stick figure, a robot, but just make sure to make those slight little adjustments. So we've got 2 down, got 4 more to go. So now both arms are kind of sideways instead of both up in the air. Okay, there's 3. So I'm going to turn this around so y'all can see. We went from both arms up in the air to one arm up in the air to now both arms are kind of sideways and flat. I'm keeping her, trying to be as consistent as possible with her shape here, but just switching around. I think with this one, I'm going to get a little bit more funky with her movement because I want her to look like she's happy. So now I'm going to start kind of playing with the legs. So now it looks like she's jumping for joy. Finish off her little hairstyle. And I'll spin this around so you can see again. So once again, both arms up in the air, one arm moved, both arms moved, and now she's jumping. So we've got 2 more little slots to draw into, and we'll start assembling. Okay, so now what I've done is she's still up in the air and she's still jumping, but her arms are kind of doing a different motion. So what the goal is as this spins around inside of our little homemade zoetrope, it'll look like her arms and her body is moving and she's jumping or dancing. So 1 more square to go. Let's finish her up. So just remember, once again, whatever you draw, whether it's a robot, a person, a dinosaur, whatever it is, just make sure that their body shape is pretty consistent and that they're doing slight little movements that make it look like they're doing an activity. Also, if you want to add in some details, because I've just realized she doesn't have a face, go ahead and do that. So I'm going to make her smiling. She's got a little happy face now. And there we go. So both arms up in the air. 1 arm is moving down. Now both arms are down. Now both arms and her legs are both up to where it looks like she's jumping. This one here, her arms are kind of off to one side and she's still jumping. And this one, she is back down almost in her original position. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I've gotten my pen here and I'm going to just very quickly go over what I've drawn with a pen to make it have a darker and more finished look. This is also a time when you can add in some more details, maybe give her dress a little bit more style. Or like I said, whatever y'all did, add in some details. And you can just quickly rough it in and finish this off. Okay, so now with our long, thick black strip of paper, you'll find that there are some markings on here for how you need to cut out your little slits. So you're going to get your scissors and cut out some little rectangle shapes. And this is what's going to be what you'll actually view the image from. Okay. Okay, so now with a glue stick or even some tape, you can just do a quick pass or two with your glue or tape and line up as best as you can the white paper on top of that black paper. Okay, and just smooth it down. Make sure it's all secure. So just like this, we've got the white paper sitting at the bottom and the black paper with the slits is facing the top. Okay. Now we're going to get our pie pan and start placing this inside. You can get a piece of tape and put a little piece of tape right here at the edge so that you just drop it in. A little piece of tape will secure it. Voila. For these next few steps, you might need the help of your parents or even an older sibling. So with the pointy end, you're going to poke a hole through the center of your pie pan. On the other end, the dull end, what you're going to do is you're going to find a few strips of masking tape inside of your kit. This will help you build a little stopper, so whenever you do put it through, it secures it, and you're ready to go. Okay, so now that we've got our pie pan secured onto our skewer, we're going to get our black paper here, set it back in, and then just kind of get your fingers. You can just kind of spin it and watch them do their thing. So if you look through the slits and slowly turn your zoetrope, you can see the girl moving and kind of jumping as we turn. Thanks for joining me for this virtual art camp. Be sure to check out lesson 3 of the animation Fascination.